Part 2. Crimson Flower. Great Tree Moon. Field of Revenge. With the capture of Arianrhod complete, the Imperial army moves to invade the kingdom capital. They plot to send troops toward now vulnerable House Fraldarius territory and plan to attack Fhirdiad from two sides.
So, Arianrhod has fallen. Rodrigue, I swear that I will not allow your death to be in vain.
The scouts have just now returned. Seems the Imperial army is marching toward the kingdom capital. Are you certain about this, Dimitri? As king, do you think it wise to intercept them yourself?
No need to worry yourself. Even if I am defeated, the Byleth bloodline will live on. And the kingdom's territory has never been rich in resources. If the castle falls under siege, our loss is inevitable. I will deploy my army onto the plains and wait for the enemy. Please, position your forces so that they can flank the Imperial army.
Yes. Given the present situation, making the plains our battlefield is a logical choice. I have no objection. However,
there is only one person I am after. I have no interest in any other prey.
I will take you at your word. Erasing the other child's existence is my task, and mine alone. I will get you back, Mother. I promise.
What do you think, Lady Edelgard? Will they shut themselves inside of Fhirdiad?
They will try to intercept us. Of course, Fhirdiad will not fall so easily. Even so, if we were to cut off their supply line with a large army, it would eventually fall. It makes much more sense for them to wager everything on a victory at the Tailtean Plains. The same plains where the so-called divine Saros defeated Nemesis, the King of Liberation, in a comeback victory over 1,000 years ago. And about 400 years ago, the hero Lugh created the kingdom by defeating the Emperor of the time on those very plains. Their goal must be to recreate that scene.
Yes, I suppose so. Although the Imperial army is powerful, if we were to compare the strength of our best to the best of the Knights of Saros, we would likely come up short. The Kingdom's army and House Byleth are also renowned for their unmatched persistence. On the battlefield, it can be assumed that their one and only goal will be to strike you down.
Are you telling me to stay off the battlefield?
Naturally. You are their aim, Your Majesty. You must know it only makes sense to keep you out of their reach.
And you must know that, at a time like this, I absolutely cannot withdraw.
Of course I know that. That is why I will refrain from asking you again to stay away from the battlefield.
The Immaculate One, descendants of the 10 elites, and other extremely fearsome foes await us. But with the help of our friends, we have a chance of defeating them. We're the only ones who can. Within our group, I am included among those with the kind of strength we need to win. I absolutely will not remove myself from the front lines. Professor, you have that same strength as well, whether or not you realize it yet. Please, don't get yourself killed trying to protect me. Until the very end, we'll survive this trial together. Understood?
I've passed, have I?
How about that? Next up is the kingdom's capital. We're coming for you. Whoa, that sounds familiar. Have I said that before? Yeah, let's do it, Professor. I just gotta get my muscles prepped and ready first.
They used to call my father the Shield of Fargus. Now he's gone, and Arianrhod has fallen. Yet the Knights of Seros remain, as does the Boar. What terrifies me most is his stubbornness. He'll keep on fighting to the last man. He's a monster. I've seen it firsthand.
The war is at its end. Has the time finally come that I might kill you? It is true. Those petulant fleas must be picked off one by one. They are nothing if not persistent.
I wonder what the captain would say if he knew we were planning to take down Lady Rhea. Lady Rhea and Captain Gerald went back pretty far. But hey, it's your decision. I'm sure he would have understood in the end. Now, onward to Fhirdiad. I'm ready.
My heart burns with pride. Not for myself, for everyone. I fight for justice's name. Witness frigid pride. My heart burns with pride.
Professor, what should I do? Everyone's acting like this is leading up to the final chapter in a book or something. Is the battle ahead really going to be that climactic? Am I not taking it seriously enough? You think so? All right, I believe you. I'm ready for this. I am. Yeah, we're going to win.
What do you say? I've been thinking about how we've got our own ideas about justice, and so does the kingdom. And what's coming? It's not just a battle between us and them. It's our ideals that are fighting. Whoever wins will say they were right, and the other side was wrong. And I get it, that's how it goes. But nobody's willing to talk or compromise, so we'll fight to the death to prove the other guy's wrong. It won't be an easy battle, but let's make sure we come back alive. Right, Professor?
Professor.
What?
I'm sure my father will be waiting in Fhirdiad. If I can avoid it, I'd rather not fight him. But I don't think my father is capable of betraying the royal family. Of betraying Dimitri. I must be prepared to do what I have to. Right. Professor, let's make sure we win.
If we win this battle, it will be an end to the kingdom and to the church. Under the Empire, an era of peace would begin. Many people are cleaving to this notion, but I wonder if it would really end up as such. It's true. It's nothing but hypotheticals at this point. I wonder, was the collapse of Arianrhod really the church's doing? Or could it be that... Never mind me. Just thinking aloud.
Pardon me. I have a fiancée back home, and I promised her I'd come back alive. No matter how tough the fight gets, I won't die. I have to survive and make it back to her.
Is that so? I hear that House Byleth commands some strong and well-trained troops. People say they're fiercely devoted, and will gladly die for their king. Reminds me of Lenato's men, the ones we faced back in Magdred. Unlike those civilian soldiers, though, here we're up against the best that the Fargus army has to offer. It's going to be a hard battle, but if there's a peaceful tomorrow waiting on the other side, it'll be worth it.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to attack the kingdom capital, but you attacked Arianrhod instead? Well, you sure had me fooled. She's a tricksy one, that Lady Edelgard. But this time, you really are going for the capital, right? I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
Professor, once you set out on your next mission, you won't be able to have a proper meal for a while, right? You should eat up while you can. Build up your physical strength to prepare for the mission. I see. Did you want something? Sorry, I was a bit lost in thought. Or rather, I was thinking about work. My brother had sorted out all his personal affairs. But apparently he'd forgotten about his work duties. So now I've got a ton more work on my plate. Oh, brother, why must you be so careless? Once this war is over, I'm gonna take a vacation and get some well-earned rest. Back home with my mother.
What? We're almost to the kingdom capital of Fhirdiad. Just imagine, the war might almost be over. But is it true that Arianrhod was annihilated? What in the world happened? What is the Seros Church, really? I always have, and I always will.
The idea of defeating Rhea is beginning to feel more like a reality. Some may say that I'm returning her goodwill with betrayal, but I believe I've worked off my debt. The real problem is a certain someone else. That's right. She was my partner, after all. I haven't seen her since leaving the Knights. I can see her coming to slaughter me, driven by her mixed emotions of love and hate.
The Knights of Seros are led by the Archbishop herself, and the Kingdom Army is led by none other than the King. I have faith that the Imperial Army will prevail, but it still makes my knees feel a bit wobbly.
Hello there. This one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please. Hello!
Will this one do? Tell your friends.
Welcome! Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
Professor? What? Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. The time has finally come to set out for the kingdom capital, Fhirdiad. I thought the same thing last month, but I still can't believe the plan was to ambush Arianrhod. I know it couldn't be helped, but even I wasn't let in on the secret. Me! Not gonna lie, that hurt a little. Ah, well, let's forget about that. I'm praying for your victory and your safe return.
Professor, I have worries. What have I been achieving? When the war is ended, I will be returning to Bridget with much new potential. But have I had enough growth to become the ruler? This is the truth. I will fight with all of my strength so that I will know with certainty. Bridget pride, techniques, and culture. I will be showing all of the world who we are.
Hello. Claude was known as the master tactician. There wasn't a situation he couldn't strategize his way out of. Whereas King Dimitri is known as the Tempest King. He is a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield. We still haven't ever faced him head-on. Can we do this? Ah, Professor. Ever the reliable one. We have you, and we have Edelgard. Not to mention many other allies we can rely upon. Together, we can overcome even the most formidable foe.
Rumor has it, King Dimitri is always accompanied by a man from Dusker with a terrifying face. And what's more, this man is said to be so huge, he's often mistaken for a bear.
That reminds... If the enemy forces come to intercept us, chances are high that we'll clash on the Tailtean Plains. The Tailtean Plains were the site of a famous battle in ancient times, right? That's what some book type at the library said, at any rate.
When I first enrolled in the Officers' Academy, I never thought it would come to this. I can't believe we're waging war. Against the Church, no less. Yes, of course. Even if our enemy is Lady Rhea herself, I am prepared to fight.
Right. How about...
Hey, I could use a hand.
Fhirdiad, the kingdom capital. From the Empire's perspective, it seems like the northernmost edge of the world. I have come a long way following you and Edelgard. To think, what if I had succeeded Duke Eyre as Prime Minister? I would never have had all these experiences. I hope that is true. I used to be so naive. For now, let us join together and walk the path that Her Majesty lays out.
Professor!
Yeah, all right. Off to the kingdom capital we go!
I feel like I've said that before.
All right, I'm fired up and ready to go.
Right. Oh.
Professor!
No. How about that?
Personally, I take no issue with attacking Lady Rhea. But the eagerness of my fellow nobles does vex me, despite so many grand displays of piety from them in the past. It gives the impression that faith is little more than a tool they use to maintain their positions of power. I suppose I am in no position to judge them, being among their number myself. Still, it irritates me. What is a noble's duty, truly? I hope we will discover an answer in the conflict ahead.
What? How about that?
Professor, once the kingdom capital falls, all of Fodlan will be united under the banner of the Empire. Isn't it thrilling? We're going to make history. Yes, of course. I'll do my best. Our opponents may be strong, but with you on our side, we can't lose.
Dear goddess. For your safety, I'll do all I can to survive. But please don't die out there, Professor.
Before I left the church, I recall Lady Rhea saying something strange. Something about how she would recover her mother, no matter what. Do you think Lady Rhea's mother is buried in Garrick Mock or something?
That reminds me.
Over 1,000 years ago now, not long after the Adrestian Empire was founded, the first emperor and his army, with the aid of Saros, set out on a campaign to the north with the aim of unifying Fodlan. Meanwhile, in the northern reaches of Fodlan, Nemesis, the king of liberation, raised an army to take down the Empire. Both armies clashed on the Tailtean Plains, where Saros felled Nemesis. As a result, the conflict ended in a victory for the Empire. It's known as the Battle of Tailtean.
Really?
When you think of it, as one approaches the end of a war, the sacrifices only grow larger, don't they? The winning side musters their forces and attempts to strike a decisive blow, while those of the losing side make desperate attempts to turn the war in their favor. Neither side will give. I only wish we'd consider those who lose their lives in that struggle. Yes, exactly my point. Let's be careful to ensure we don't lose our own lives, Professor.
Lord Arundel. As long as he exists, Lady Edelgard will... I believe I have explained before that he is the one who commanded the likes of Solon and Crania. Cornelia, whom we defeated at Arianrhod, was also one of his. An irksome sort. We must not fail to be rid of him. He is a maggot, crawling in the filth of the world, feeding off the Empire like a parasite. I have a request for you. Well done, Professor. Thank you.
Well...
Professor, looks like we're finally getting to the end of this thing. Don't go dying on us now, all right? I like your confidence. If you're still alive when this is all over, then I'll have kept my word to Captain Gerald.
Let's both live to see the dawn of a bright new age.
Professor, do you mind if I complain about something, well, personal? Of course you don't. This army is almost all single men. If that marital status came before or during the war, I'm not to say. The point is, I'm in charge of the infirmary. I wind up treating hundreds of men every week. I get to talk to all sorts of men from all walks of life, all of the time. And yet... forget that. I can't even find a boyfriend. Marriage is just... a joke. Just a sick joke. At this point, you're the only man who pays attention to me. I guess I'll have to take what I can get.
Indeed. When Edelgard first invited me to join this army, I, to be frank, thought her dream utterly ridiculous. But at my advanced age, I was tempted by the notion of chasing a seemingly impossible dream through blood, sweat, and tears. 5 years on, the unification of Fodlan is slowly becoming a reality. Now I feel it may soon be possible to abolish the nobility and create a world where none need suffer due to crests. You need not say anything. I will stay by your side, and hers, to the very end.
Professor. Professor? This month, we will take all of the military force we can muster and advance to the kingdom capital of Fhirdiad. I have no intention of retreating to Garreg Mach after we've come this far. We will only return after we've conquered Fhirdiad and put an end to this war. Be sure to steel your heart and ready yourself for the battle ahead. I'm sorry to burden you, but please look after our allies as well.
Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
Wow, I can have this? I love to cook. What are we making today? Is that so? I have a lot of experience in the kitchen. I can make just about anything. Wow.
When the three of us sit together like this at the table...
Let me guess, we look as though we're plotting something wicked. You realize you're mostly to blame for that.
Ah, it feels good to sing nice and loud. Fill my chest up with sound.
Is this necessary? I'll sing if I must.
Professor. Oh, hey, Professor. Actually, I ran into that thief while I was shopping just now. Maybe you don't remember. It's been quite a while. The man who stole the book from that market stall. I saw him on the street with his kid. They were both so grateful. It's a really nice feeling. Yeah, but... it did seem like they were still having trouble getting by. I guess what you said to me back then was right.
My actions didn't really solve the problem. I can't help everyone, no matter how much I try. If I had the money or power, maybe, but I don't. You know, a long time ago, Leonardo said nearly the same thing to me. I think it was when I tried to look after the horses all on my own. I really messed that up. He said, "You're not quite ready for this yet, but there's no need to rush." I know I can't help very many people right now, but I think doing what I can for those I see in front of me is still worthwhile. I have to believe that, at least. Thanks. That's reassuring to hear. What about you, Professor? Has anything been troubling you lately? I'd be happy to help, as long as it's not looking after horses. You might not want to trust me with that. Hey, don't be that way. There's gotta be something. It doesn't have to be serious. I genuinely enjoy helping people. It's a great feeling making someone smile. So if there's anything I can do for you, I want to do it, because I care about you. I do. It's probably because you remind me so much of Lenato. So what'll it be? How can I help? Of course! I'd be glad to cook with you.
Ooh, this is my favorite. You've got great taste.
This is delicious! My absolute favorite!
This is my favorite. I am rather happy you went out of your way to pick it, Professor.
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
I think I like this, but it's been a while, so I'm not sure.
I realized it after I got to the monastery. Nobody in Fargus knows how to cook.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
Ooh, I love this stuff. Did you know that?
I'm getting the hang of this.
Hello there. This one, yes? I think. Return soon, please.
Welcome. Is that the one? Is that the one? Is that the one? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
Hello. Will this one? It's all you. Tell your friends.
That was challenging. I appreciate your guidance.
That was helpful. I understand now. This is new for me. My thanks.
instruction has been beneficial. It's all in the end. Flattery will get you nowhere. It's all in the end.
I'm a quick study. Everything went pretty well today. I got it right? Phew. Thanks. That's reassuring.
I've learned a lot.
I have to ask. Of course. That makes sense.
Professor.
Ah, there you are. Hello. Oh, yes. Apologies. I'm struggling with some unpleasant thoughts. Since the war began, I've ended so many lives. You and your students got your hands dirty as well. Nobody forced you all to join the fight, of course. You did so of your own volition. Still, there must be something very wrong with the world for it to make children into killers. That's true enough. We've all gotten older. Ah, listen to me. I'm sorry for being so glum. Well said. In truth, I don't think any expression will improve my looks. I'm a brute, no matter what face I pull. Ah, you really are just like Gerald. When I was down in the dumps, he'd cheer me up with a playful quip. He gave me his library of jokes, but when I tell one of them, nobody laughs at the punchline. They laugh at me. You, on the other hand, well, you inherited the old man's comic talents. I'm feeling pretty perky now, all thanks to you. I can't stop this war by feeling gloomy about it. Onward, to a brighter future. To tell you the truth, that was another line I picked up from Gerald. He taught me everything about life. He was more important to me than anyone in the world. Apart from you, perhaps. Oh, sure, there's that, but not only that. When I look at you or see you fighting in battle, it's like I'm seeing a sibling. But at the same time, it's like seeing something sacred and powerful. Something I must defend. You're so important to the future of Fodlan, and to me. I promise to continue protecting you with the strength of a knight and the love of a big brother. I guess that makes sense when you consider the age difference between us and my closeness to Gerald. Regardless, in the name of the captain, I swear to keep you safe. You're welcome to return the favor, should you feel so inclined.
It's been 10 years. Can I move on yet? Never mind. I know what you'd say. In a sense, someone who's long since passed. Another mercenary I fought alongside. They were killed 10 years ago when Dagda was in conflict with the Empire. It's all I can focus on lately. To be honest, I blame you. I'm just teasing. I know it's not your fault. You just remind me of him. You give off a similar air. It's uncanny. You even have the same inflection, which makes no sense because we only ever spoke Dagdan. I don't know what it is, but you feel the same to me. I guess you just remind me of the past. Please, it's not your fault. It's my fault for getting caught up in memories. Still, you always remember your first love, right? That's enough of that. There are more relevant topics to discuss. There's no point in dwelling on the past. Let's talk about the future. Your next move seems apparent. But who knows where I'll end up. Though I may have done enough traveling for one lifetime, I like the idea of having a permanent home. And after all my time here, I've grown quite fond of Fodlan.
All right, Ash, let's get to it. Where should we begin?
Dividing up the work is a good way to do it.
Ah, fine. You're probably right. Let's be quick about it, though. I can't really complain about these results.
Look how much we can get done when we actually work together.
Can I use this off the battlefield?
I'm really getting the hang of it.
I see.